You'll not enjoy the now because you'll be frustrated that it's not the then. Verse 5, Psalm 62, what do? Remember, your spirit trumps your soul. You command your soul. Psalm 62, 5, my soul. So he's talking to his soul now. Wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from Him. Now there's a couple of things here. Number one, notice his spirit is commanding his soul. My soul, you wait on God. Every time you get antsy, you wait on God. Every time you get frustrated, you wait on God. Every time you say, I'm getting ready to quit, you wait on God. My soul, you wait on God. But watch, the key to this is, my expectation is only from Him. You've got to lift the control of your life out of the hands of people. And you've got to put it in the hands of God. I'm waiting on this man to call me back. No, I'm waiting on God to move in this situation at the right time. Because if you live down here in the realm of man, still thinking that man determines your going out and your coming in, you're not going to be happy. You are not going to enjoy abundant life. I'm waiting on my boss to give me a raise. I'm waiting on this person to call me. I'm waiting on this girl to come to church with me so maybe we could, fellowship, or maybe we'll fall in love, or whatever it is. Like Connie, I'm waiting on that guy, on Minister Mike to call me and take me out and all that other stuff. Tell the truth now. Anyway, you've got to stop waiting on man. You've got to stop waiting on situations. You need to wait and expect from God. When you can slay this part of your unrenewed thinking, your life's going to go to a totally different dimension. And part of that dimension it's going to go to is the absence of disappointment.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, that man called me, told me he's not going to buy my house. That's all right. I wasn't hoping in him anyway. I was hoping in God. Well, they called me and told me that they gave the position to somebody else. That's all right. I wasn't hoping in him. My expectation was from the Lord. My expectation is from the Lord. Well, I got my review and they said they're not going to be able to give me my bonus. That's all right. I wasn't hoping in a job. I was hoping in God. Mm-hmm. So, sir, you may not have delivered on what you said, but God always delivers on what He said. And I have not made the mistake I've not made the mistake of putting my expectation in a man. And if you hadn't figured this out yet, it's not a matter of if a man will let you down. It's only a matter of when a man is going to let you down. Eventually, man will let you down. And the wives are like, I mean mankind. I don't mean males. Yeah, go ahead. Hop. It's double Dutch, so you got to hop in when you can get it.
I think about this when he says that this is life. I know I've experienced this, and I believe many of you have as well, where, as he said, something didn't come through. But when that person doesn't come through for you, that's all that you have, if that's where all your expectation and hope was coming from. But God can come around the corner and have another thing right behind that to come through.
Yeah.
And when you were talking, I was thinking about the situation. We were across the street in the old little building across the street, and there's a place down around the corner that we had started to look at, started to believe God for before we found this building. And Mike and I went down. It was a week or two before Christmas, met with the guy. He said, deal is done, shook his hand. The lawyers and everything are out for the holidays. We'll get back to you at the beginning of the year. And I guess several weeks went by after that.
Yeah, he told me we were trying to buy this property. We offered the man $6.5 million. It was 20 acres. It was about 33,000 square feet. No, it was about 60,000 square feet. And it was going to be a place where we could get in. We were in 9,000, so the thought of going from 9,000 square feet to 60,000 square feet just didn't get any better than that. I had told God I only wanted to be like a couple of miles from the church, because I don't want to move far. People are used to coming to a place. I don't want them to say, I'm not driving down there.
Yeah, it was a mile and a half away or
Yeah,
something.
and everything about it was perfect. So we flew down to Fort Lauderdale, met with this guy, big multi-billionaire guy, and met with his director of real estate, shook my hand, said, Mr. Smith, the property is yours, $6.5 million. I'll write it up and send it to you. He said, but you know, it's December 15th or something like that. He said, let's get to the end of the year. Look for it first week of January. First week, second week, third week. I'm trying not to be anxious. I finally called to say, hey, man, how you doing? Good. How was your holiday? Good, good. Listen, I never got that contract. Oh, you know, I've been meaning to call you. Somebody came behind you and offered $1 million more cash, and we sold it to them. Well, if your confidence is in a man, but you said, but I thought we had a deal, but it's not a matter of if. Isn't it interesting when it talks about God being always telling the truth? It says God is not a man that he should lie. See, sometimes people promise you stuff they have no intention of doing. Other times people promise you stuff that they have no ability to do. But God is neither. When God says that he has every intention, and when God says it, there's nothing he does not have the ability.
That's good.
See, I may say, yeah, I tell you what, when you get ready to, when you have your baby, call me and I'll take you out and we'll shop for your stroller. Oh man, thanks, Pastor Mike. That's so great. Well, the stroller day may come. I may not have any money. Somebody say, what happened to your money? It's not that I didn't intend, I just don't have the ability to follow through. But God is not a man that he should lie. Notice it said, nor is he the son of man that he should repent. God never has to change his mind. He never has to say, well, you know what I was thinking about was, and I didn't realize I had that coming up. I mean, that doesn't happen with God.